Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am BorderWise, and welcome back to From the Depths, update 3.1.2.3. 123. How about that? So I have been missing the boat a little because real life got in the way, and BetaTest got updated, and now Stables got updated, and there are fun new things in the game again, and we're going to talk about them today. First off, you will notice that there is an absolutely freaking huge miss. Oh no! Of course you do this. Thank you for exiting the vehicle safely. I swear, it's only when I start recording that stuff like that happens. Where was I? Oh yeah, so huge missiles are in. So those are missiles that are here in the missile section. They're not large missiles, which are 2 by 2 meters tall and wide. They are 4 meters tall, 3 meters wide, very expensive, and have a huge amount of punch. Let's see what happens. Well, there's already been a few missiles fired, so... this particular one is a frag warhead, and it tends to just rip massive holes in things. And it's absolutely delightful, but more on that in a second. Actually, the whole patch notes is literally... Well, no. On the topic of huge missiles, the patch notes just says, okay, can you please eject more? Alright, let's just... Hang on, I just gotta fix this. I gotta fix this for my own satisfaction. Alright, so, but that's not the only important change. The big one is... there's a new thing being added to building concerning a block connection check. So... Okay, so... A few updates ago, or an update or two ago, we got a update which is basically like blocks only connect in certain ways. So if I do this, for instance, basically the new connection checks make it so that certain blocks will not connect together, even if, like, basically you can only connect blocks on their connecting surfaces, and if you don't, that's a bad example. If you can't connect them like that, then they don't connect. So now there's a way around that, or rather, when you first load a vehicle into play that has blocks that will fall off, it doesn't make them fall off, it just gives you a warning that they will fall off. So that's a nice feature. And also there is a way to basically one of the main things, the changes caused by the new block connection system, is that it forces you to build things in a certain order. So if, say, I want to make an exhaust curve out of the deck, I can't just place, say, the curve here first. I have to stick it on the deck, and then do that, and then do that, and then do, say, that. Okay. However, if you hit backspace in build mode, now I can do it the other way round. So, like so. And then that's all fine, and you'll notice that this was highlighted in purple just to give you that warning. Block is not properly connected and will permanently fall off if the connection rules are reapplied. And if you hit backspace when you have that problem, a warning pops up. And if you do this, they fall off. But if you, say, do something like this, and try to hit backspace, cancel, it gives you the opportunity to do that. So, it basically means you can build wacky stuff like this, and then you can connect it all together, and it's all very good, like so. Doop, doop, doop. 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 And doop. Doop. And doop. And hit backspace. Now we've done that. So that's very helpful. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh no. Okay, cool. There is also a change in the... Well, basically a whole bunch of blocks have had the way they connect to things changed. And in particular, munition and laser warners and signal jammers work. They no longer need an AI connection. So if we go here and just stick, say, munition warner, this thing no longer needs a mainframe connection, which is very, very nice. And same thing with the laser warner, no connection needed, and ECM jammer, no connection needed. It's all good. I swear that missile was launching just fine before I hit record. Okay, anyway, so yeah, that is a super handy feature. Just scrolling through the patch notes. Okay, so now we get to actually reading out the patch notes proper. So let's just do this. Marauders being deaded, so that's all very nice. Actually, nah, this is fine. Don't mind. Oh my god, really? Seriously? Okay, we're just gonna pretend that's not happening. Alright, so, changelog, the additions. Connection logic is reapplied if a block is killed by damage, or if no one is in build mode on the vehicle for 60 seconds. If you press backspace in build mode, you can disable the connection logic and build freely, even in open space away from any other block. The disabling of connection logic can be saved or loaded with the vehicle, allowing you to continue building on disconnected vehicles over several playstations, or save loads or play pulls. So yeah, that's what I just demonstrated, and it's very nice. Let's see what happens if we spawn in 2 marauders. Oh my god, this is silly. This is silly. This is silly. This is dumb. 80? What happens if I do that? Anyway. I literally just said I was going to pretend that wasn't happening. Alright, so missiles. Huge missiles have been added in. That's literally it. They're basically like the large missiles, but bigger. And changes. AI. Change adjustments so that the max altitude can go to 2,000 from 1,000. Changed hover above so the max altitude can go from 2,000 from 1,000. Flag post is no longer part of the AI subsystem, just a freestanding block now. So, what that means is that I'm guessing you don't need AI connections for flags either. No, you don't! Awesome! I like that. And, increased AI wireless channel count from 1 empty plus 4 usable to 1 plus 9, so that means that we've got more wireless channels. So we go here. Oh, hell yeah, that's very nice. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Awesome. Can you not? Have you heard of not? Seriously, guys, this was working perfectly well before. I'm just gonna keep messing with it. Anyway, and connections. There is a long, long list of blocks that now attach on various things, like, I'm not going to read all of them out because there is a lot. There's a whole bunch of stuff. There's, like, simple weapons, and, like, the APS pieces, cameras, decoys. Oh my freaking god, I hate how this thing is launching. I made this thing in about 10 minutes, by the way. It's a problem. Alright, so lambs nodes, particle 2 terminators, radar decoys, text screens, wireless cameras, etc., etc. Basically, a whole bunch of stuff now connects on more angles than they used to. Let's go look at the simple weapon. Let's go over here. So you can connect this sideways now, which is very, very nice. And let's see over here. Does the autocannon do that? Nope. No, it does not. That's annoying. That is annoying. Oh well. Alright, decoration. Changed ammo processor prop cost from 300 to 3. Collectors are up in arms at the devaluation. I'm sure they are. So where's the prop? Here's the prop. Oh, there it is. There's our old friend. Oh my god, guys. Seriously, this did not happen before. Yeah. Alright. Alright, so defenses, munition warners, laser warners, smoke dispensers, and single jammers now aren't AI components and do not need a mainframe connection. That is the sweetest potato in the shop. Laser. If a laser has an output regulator, its sliders are at the top of the stats tab. Laser cavities and transceivers use the multi-purpose lasers tooltip. That's nice. Oh my god. Okay, no, we're almost got it. We've almost got it. We've almost got it. We've almost got it. We've almost got it. Let's set that to 60. Missiles are hard. They're not actually that hard, but I make them hard for myself. Okay. Laser optics use their combiners, Q menu stats UI. Laser parts use their multi-purpose lasers, Q menu stats UI. Multi-purpose laser block got a stats UI accessible from the Q menu. So basically, the lasers have had their UI improved all around. Missile. Harpoon cable thickness scales with missile size. Signal processors now reduce decoy strength to 4 to 40% for all sizes. Summary, decoys are better for smaller designs, multiple smaller decoys are stronger, and missiles without processors are more usable. That's good news. Target simulator and flare base strength reduced from 2,500 to 1,600, so basically missile flares and radar decoys are less strong by a little bit. Now we have 3 Marauders. Oh my god. Hey. Why is life so hard? Alright, what were we doing? Alright. Target simulator and flare strength scales with surface instead of volume. Means small decoys are twice as strong as for medium and large missiles, so small decoys are just better. All missiles use the same detection threshold as small missiles now. So basically what I'm getting, it seems that small decoys are just overall better than they used to be. Let's track this next missile. Let's follow this missile around. Actually, does this work? Nope, it does not. Prefabs. Added new simple prefabs where appropriate. Removed some fuel engine examples, probably because they're outdated. Removed hull prefabs from the build menu as we plan to change how this works. Really? That's interesting. And seconds before disaster. I frickin' love that. I really do. You just slam a massive hole straight through it. Yeah, you punch straight through there. Let's just show you the stats on this thing. Each fragment does about 45,000 damage, so let's see that again. Right, Steam. Added ACB control for steam valves. Tooltip. Repair tentacle tooltip now no longer mentions player skills. That's good, because player skill now doesn't exist. Yes, you don't need skill to play from the depths. You heard it here first. I'm totally not just misinterpreting what they're saying. Oh, look at that block confetti. Oh, it makes me so happy. Okay, back over here. And there's some fixes. Adventure mode. Fixed an issue where players could be accidentally assigned to the chairs of distant enemy vehicles. Whoops. AI added control module descriptions and fixed out-of-date tooltips for the maneuver hover routine. APS fixed some setups of turreted zero gunpowder railguns firing twice in one frame under AI control. Wow. Autosave. Autosaves now correctly save the author details. Sorry about that. That's a quote from the patch notes. Controls. The binding for controlling the keyboard mouse build mode, F3, is now properly rebindable. Decoration. Change position of the fuel processor prop. It was overlapping crystal trays. Gridcasts. Fix another old gridcast problem, mostly noticeable when lasers jump through the firing construct's own blocks without damaging them. Something just occurred to me. This is a recent change. I tried to make this thing look pretty. I'm interrupting myself. I know. But let's try this instead. And see if it still does the horrible thing. Wait for it. Okay. What was I talking about? The group cost was the missiles. Reloading missiles when playing a vehicle no longer costs materials when it shouldn't. Oh my god. Multiplayer. Fill operations multiplayer depended on the orientation of the host camera, not the client trying to do the fill. Fixed now. Physics. Continuous reverse spin blocks now correctly has the opposite torque. Planets. Fixed a map fleet pathfinding issue that occurs after swapping to a planet with a different sized map. Steam. Fixed a pressure loss problem in closed-loop systems. Fixed some valve setups not properly discovering the full pipe network. Improved stat over time accuracy. So, Generally speaking, for this update, the update being, what's the number? 3.123, 3.1.2.2.3. And there's also another small changelog that affects warp drives that I should probably mention as well. Yeah, this damn game updates too fast for me. So yeah, this is in beta test, just so we know. We're currently in stable, but in beta test, in update 3.1.3, warp drives. After a warp, the warp drives used must be stabilized before a jump in that direction is possible again. After a warp, vehicles get a big IR and sonar detection signature increase. That increase is a function of warp energy used, decays over time. Battery energy, warp conversion rate depends on ROD vehicle length ratio. I don't know what that means. Controllers and warp terminators now also count as a 1 meter rod. Controllers only have rod attachment points in the front. Each meter of warp rods can store 10,000 warp energy and use up to 400 battery energy for warp energy creation. Maximum warp distance is a function of warp energy available over vehicle mass. Target warp distance can be set on the warp controller. Warps will only use the energy necessary for that distance. Vehicles get a push after a warp. Force of that push is a function of the warp energy used. Warp component durability up from 300 health and 3 armor to 400 health and 4 armor for each cubic meter. Warp component weights reduced to 20 for each cubic meter, that's half of metal. Warp components are now susceptible to EMP. Warp drives got new tooltips and a standard UI showing cost/volume breakdowns. Warp drives in a given cardinal direction are grouped and triggered together. Warp stabilization time is 40 seconds. That's reduced by 15 seconds if stabilizers cover the entire width of the vehicle, and another 15 seconds if they cover the entire height, if the jump was forward/backwards. Warp stabilizers. New components replacing charges. They determine how much time the warp drive needs after a jump to be available again. Warping under terrain or into constructs is no longer possible. Longer warps have a higher safety margin before, after other crafts. So, incoming changes to warp drives. Oh, I took a screenshot, didn't mean to. I was aiming for the other thing. Well, we managed to catch block confetti, so that's not... Oh, and slow-mo. You know what? That's a happy accident, and I'm happy about that. Alright, so that is stable update 3.1.2.3, and I guess a reading out of the patch notes of BetaTest 3.1.3, since I had it open in my browser anyway. So yeah, it's big changes. Well, not... I don't know. It's mostly quality of life changes, plus big missiles, and more convenient building. I swear to Christmas, this is not how this is meant to go. This is what you get when... Really, this craft is a mystery to me. What are you doing, sir? What are you doing? I take my eye off you for 1 second. So anyway, hope you found this video entertaining and informative. And, time to play with large missiles. This really would work better if I bothered to arrange it in a way that wasn't terrible. Oh my frickin'... I don't even know anymore, guys. Don't even know anymore. Don't even know anymore. I need to play with this a bit more. This is what happens when you try to stick a missile that's too big on a canoe that's too small. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Support me on Patreon or through YouTube membership if you like. It really helps. Thank you to all my current supporters, and I will see you next time in From the Depths. Farewell.